egg bhurjee in gravy, here I have 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste, 1 cup chopped onions, 1 cup chopped tomatoes, green peas 1.5 tablespoon, 2 extra large eggs. If the eggs are small, you could take 3 in number, desi ghee or clarified butter, oil, water as required, whipping cream. This is optional. You could either use whipping cream or malai or milk. From amongst the spices, I'll be using turmeric powder, coriander powder, cumin seeds, garam masala, salt, red chili powder, and Kasoori Methi. Here I have a few cilantro leaves. Let's get started. I'll set a pan to heat at medium and add a tablespoon of oil. Swirl this around so that the pan gets well coated. As the oil warms up, I'll add the ginger garlic paste and saute this. At medium heat, this would take around 1.5 minutes. Once the ginger garlic starts changing color, turning little pinkish brown, I'll transfer the onions, mix these together, and saute the onions. The onions are now dark pink. To this, I'll transfer the tomatoes and mix in everything. To soften the tomatoes fast, I'll add in some water, just a bit of it, and cover this with a lid. I'll keep a constant watch on this and we'll keep stirring. It's been almost 5 minutes. You can see the tomatoes are now soft, but there is still some moisture left. This moisture will help me in easy blending of this mix. I'll switch off the heat at this stage. I'll transfer this mix to another bowl for quick cooling so that I can blend it. The masala has now cooled down a bit and is now safe to blend. I'll transfer this to a blending jar. Now I'll coarsely blend this. I do not want a fine paste. Depending on your blender, just a few pulses should be enough. See how the mix looks like? Coarsely ground. I can still see the onion pieces. That is what is required to give that feel of bhurjee in the gravy. Transfer this back into the bowl just for my own ease. Now let's get to making the gravy. I'm reusing the same pan. I'll switch on the heat to medium and transfer a tablespoon of oil and 2 teaspoons desi ghee. Desi ghee is for that extra flavor. Swirl this. Once the oil is warm, I'll add 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. Allow them to crackle. Once the cumin sautés to a light shade of brown, I'll add the turmeric powder, 1/3 teaspoon, saute this, red chili powder, coriander powder 3/4 teaspoon, and salt 3/4 teaspoon.
You add salt and spices as per your family's taste.
To this I'll transfer the masala that I blended and stir everything together. I'll increase the heat to medium again. So let the masala cook for now. To this I'll add Kasoori Methi. I'll rub around 2 teaspoons Kasoori Methi in between my palms and mix it in. The oil is leaving the edges. The masala now seems to be done. To this I'll add the green peas. I'll add a tablespoon of water to this. Cover this with a lid and cook for another 2 minutes at low to medium heat. It's been 2 minutes. And the peas are partially cooked. I'm using frozen peas so they cook very fast.
Depending on the variety of green peas that you are using, it might take less or more time for the peas to partially cook.
To this I'll add some more water for the gravy. Around 1 cup or 250 ml of water. I'll increase the heat to high and bring this to a boil. Once the water comes to a boil, I'll decrease the heat to medium and cover this with a lid. I'll now allow the gravy to cook for a few minutes. This won't take long. It's been 4 minutes and the gravy now looks ready. A little taste test for the spices. Good.
Perfect for my family.
Add in 2 tablespoons of whipping cream. And the chopped coriander leaves. Mix this together. The gravy gets a nice creamy texture. I'll cover this with the lid and cook for 1 more minute. It's been a minute. The gravy is ready. Thick and rich creamy gravy. I'll switch off and put this pan aside. Now I'll prepare the egg bhurjee. To make egg bhurjee, I'll set a small pan to heat at medium. While the pan gets heated, I'll whisk 2 eggs. I'll add a tablespoon of milk to this, salt for the eggs, and blend these. And blend these till these are airy and fluffy. To the pan, I'll add a teaspoon of desi ghee. You could use unsalted butter as well. Swirl around the ghee. I'll beat the eggs and transfer to this hot ghee. The heat is at medium. Once the egg starts to cook, I'll pull this inwards. Keep tossing, keep lifting. Be careful not to stir this too much because we want large curds. I have prepared bhurjee without onions and tomatoes because the gravy already has great flavor from the onions, tomatoes and ginger garlic. Once the liquid dries up, I'll switch off the heat. As you may be able to see, I'm taking large pieces of curds. Bite-sized pieces is good. I'll transfer the egg bhurjee to the gravy. These were extra large eggs, so 2 were good. You could increase the number of eggs as per your choice. Give the egg bhurjee a mix in the gravy and cover with the lid and let it sit for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes and our egg bhurjee in gravy is now ready to be served. Garnish this with finely chopped tomatoes and chopped cilantro leaves. Enjoy!
Thanks for watching this video. See you again with a new recipe very soon. Till then, bye.